Okay, so not gonna lie, there isn't a whole lot to talk about with this chapter. It's really just one of those it's one of those chapters that I can only describe as a rallying cry. It's everyone basically pushing. It's everyone of Class 1A, every hero on the battlefield pushing Midoriya, literally pushing Midoriya forward, always doing something kind of push him towards All for One to kind of finally to give him the drive needed to finally end this. And you know what? Honestly, there isn't anything wrong with that because I can't lie. I'm kind of a sucker for a good rallying cry episode and a good rallying cry episode or a good rallying cry chapter when it comes to anime and manga. And this definitely scratches that itch. Scratches that itch. Like just everyone of Class 1A backing Izuku up, saying keep moving forward, keep moving forward. You need to fucking stop All for One. I kind of dig with that. And one thing especially although on top of that, one thing I love especially about that is that All for One even kind of recognizes this is a power that Izuku has that All Might didn't, which is for as powerful as All Might was. He was basically a symbol of peace who protected everyone. He wasn't a symbol of peace who was really truly capable of rallying people behind him. But Izuku, on the other hand, he pretty much has in some ways kind of a reversal of All Might. In some ways Izuku is the kind of hero who he's always getting battered. He's always getting bruised. Let's be honest about that. Compared to All Might, he's definitely received more than his fair share of battle scars over the course of the series. Probably compared to All Might. But the one thing he does compensate for is his ability to just kind of, in order to rally people around him, in order to allow people to kind of in order to push past their limits in order to reach their true potential. That is Izuku's power, and in some ways it's as All for One admits, it's probably even one of the more deadly powers to have than something as simple as just a quirk. Like Izuku does have the ability to kind of rally people around you is one of the most dangerous powers for anyone. Again, it when you get down to it, it is kind of that power of friendship thing. Let's just be honest about it. But in 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 looking at it through the lens of My Hero Academia, the ability to kind of have in order to rally so many people around you, that is a deadly fucking power to have. It's the kind of power that a villain genuinely should fear. And yeah, and I like how and and yeah, once so yeah, so it's one of the times you could say that All for One generally probably fears Izuku because of what he's capable of, because of that one ability he has. And yeah, with and yeah, it's even those who aren't heroes, just again seeing so many of the people he's met through the series also kind of just say you can do it. It is just it is just with the final page ending on Izuku Midoriya rising, this in a way is Izuku's true beginning of Izuku's true story, the start of where he truly does become the greatest hero in the greatest hero. Now 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 I will say as well, I think looking at this, I think now I will say I think looking at this chapter, there were certain characters that I wish we got now. With that said, obviously at the beginning of the chapter, the one other thing to note is we see we see Aizawa kind of calling out to Obero probably for help, but we also see like him like his like a Nomu form or something seemingly like dissipate or something, and I yeah, it looks, this could be one of two things in my mind. Either Obero is going to die or he's returning to his old self. I tend to lean a little bit more in the former than the latter, only because it doesn't seemingly look like anything is like forming in its place, or anything is like his body is necessarily returning to any kind of. It's not his, like the shadow itself isn't shifting. It's like it's dropping away. So yeah, I tend to think he's he's dying, honestly. Which, yeah, honestly, I'm kind of okay with Obero. Which I would have liked to see Obero kind of come back, but I think it's probably one of those things where after all the experiments, all the experiments All for One did, he probably was never going to return to normal technically. But at least in this one instance, he did help he did help his best friends, Mike and Aizawa. So yeah, I'm if Shirokuma's fate is to die, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll, be sure to notification bell, subscribe button, and just share it around, guys. Dark Knight of Anime signing off. Later, everyone.